In this tutorial, we'll show you how to create on-demand rules in Oracle Financial Consolidation and Closed Cloud. You can add custom rules either to the consolidation process or as on-demand rules. Configurable calculation and configurable consolidation rules run automatically during the consolidation process. On-demand rules run when a user launches them from the rules card or from a data form. They do not run as part of consolidation. You create on-demand rules using Calculation Manager. You access Calculation Manager from the Navigator menu. You add on-demand rules to the Consol cube. You cannot add them to the Rates cube. The Consol cube is seeded with 6 placeholder rules for configurable calculations. You cannot delete or rename these rules. To create an on-demand rule, right-click Rules and select New. I'll add a rule to calculate monthly movement based on life-to-date balances loaded to the balance input member. You cannot use the prefix FCCS_ in your rule name. You use Essbase calculation script to create rules. I'll paste in the script I need for my rule. If you prefer working in a graphical rule editor, you can select the Designer option. You can optionally add a description for the rule on the Properties pane. When you add a new rule, Calculation Manager automatically creates runtime prompts for the consolidation, currency, entity, period, scenario, and years dimensions. Users use the runtime prompts to select members for these dimensions when they launch the rule. You can use the Value column to provide default members to display for each prompt. Users can override the default member at runtime. If you want a prompt always to display the default member specified in the Value column when the rule is launched, select Use as Override Value. You can use the Is Hidden column to hide a prompt to prevent users from overriding the default value. On-demand rules should always use entity input for the consolidation member and entity currency for the currency member, so I'll enter these members in the Value column and select Use as Override Value, then select Is Hidden. I'll enter Actual as a default value for the scenario dimension, which users can override. Note that the fixed statements in on-demand rules cannot include any runtime prompt dimensions. In addition, you cannot use runtime prompt dimensions in the left-hand or target side of formulas, although you can use these dimensions on the right-hand or source side. You can validate the rule to check for mistakes in syntax and member names. When you validate, you must provide members for any of the runtime prompt dimensions for which you did not provide a default in the Value column. The rule does not become active until it is deployed. You do not need to refresh the database after deploying. However, any time you make changes to the rule, you must redeploy it. After you deploy a rule, you can launch it from the Rules card. Click Assign Permissions to assign launch permissions to users and groups. When you launch a rule, the runtime prompts display. Notice that the consolidation and currency dimensions have been hidden. I'll run the rule for all level 0 descendants of the USA entity. Note that you can also launch on-demand rules from forms. For more information on adding rules to forms, see the Help Center video, Adding On-Demand Rules to Forms in Oracle Financial Consolidation and Closed Cloud. In this tutorial, we showed you how to create on-demand rules in Oracle Financial Consolidation and Closed Cloud. To learn more, visit cloud.oracle.com.